This is Tanisha Staggs, and this is part two in my discussion about race, culture, and ethnicity. So, there are certain assumptions that we make about different races, ethnicities, and cultures. One is that we just always seem to have to have a preconceived notion or assumption about people without talking to them, without knowing anything about them, based solely on what we can tell or what we think we can tell. Oftentimes, you can't tell a person's sexual preference or identity by looking at them if they're heterosexual. Not all the time. They may have to tell you. But there are times that we assume that we have things called gaydar, or that we can tell what a person's sexual orientation is just by looking at them. We would think that, oh, well, he's gay, so he probably knows about fashion. He's gay, so he's probably very, very argumentative, and he's probably very witty and has a lot of comebacks. Might not be true for everybody who's homosexual or LGBTQ in that alternative lifestyle, things like that. People make assumptions about black people that they're thieves, that they're highly inclined towards criminality, that they don't care as much about academia and raising their children in such a way for them to promote success. And people assume that all white people are highly intelligent, that they are highly inclined to promote academic prowess in their home, that they work, as opposed to, well, some Hispanics don't work. They don't work on the books. No, people are not legally citizens are illegally here. There's an overwhelming amount of unfortunate stereotypes. There are always truth to some of the stereotypes, but you can't judge a whole race, culture, or ethnicity of individuals based on what a percentage of them do, because it doesn't make up the whole. Why do some achieve and some do not? There are lots of reasons why some people achieve and some people do not achieve. Things like effort. Some people just don't put forth effort. Others think that things should be handed to them because of who they are or what they have, with their socioeconomic status, and they don't put forth effort. And then there's those who don't see any role models of people putting forth effort, or they don't see any positive outcomes of people putting forth effort and succeeding. They don't see that, so they don't know how to do it. It's just sheer ignorance of not knowing how to do it. There's also maybe a lack of preparation in the home. There is the lack of parental support, parental knowledge. There could be an environment, where being a success isn't really okay. Because we know that in antisocial behaviors, they have a whole community of rules and laws that they subscribe to, and anyone who steps outside of that box, they're often penalized with jokes, physical abuse, taunting, and disrespect. And it makes them increasingly nervous and apprehensive to try to strive to succeed. And people often fail to realize that there is in fact a problem. They don't realize that it's not just their community. People need to be more of a global citizen to realize that things that they do affect people all around the world. So if you feel as though, oh, this is just my street, I don't have to keep it clean. Well, if everyone on the street in your zip code feels like that, now we have a whole zip code of streets that are littered, property values declining, and then you got the broken windows theory that can come in and say that, hey, where there's things like litter and broken windows, abandoned vehicles, graffiti, things loitering and prowling, you tend to think, okay, well, these areas could be prone to high crime, more criminality in the people, more truancy. People who generally live in an area where the upkeep on their property is good, manicured lawns, maintained vehicles, lack of abandoned vehicles on their street, they usually are better perceived throughout the community. I'm going to end this and go to part 3. Thank you.